Hello and welcome to the Dugout, brand new football-based podcast from Stand Up TV. Is it Stand Out TV? Isn't it? Oh, shit.
Stand up, speak up.
Hello and welcome to the Dugout, brand new football-based.
You're not on the radio, man.
I can't fucking.
Chill.
Come on.
Hello and welcome to the Dugout, brand new football-based podcast on Stand Up TV.
Stand out.
Stand out, mate.
All right. Yeah,
Come
all
on.
right. Stand out.
This is all staying in.
It's fine by me. Hello and welcome to the Dugout, brand new football-based podcast on Stand Out TV.
Why are you looking at the camera?
You didn't tell me not to look at the camera.
He's looking straight down the road. Bro, you're just talking to Luke, mate. You don't look at the
Well, why am I saying hello and welcome?
He came from a...
Hey, girls. All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dugout, brand new football-based podcast on Stand Out TV. I'm Alex, and this is Luke.
Hi, I'm Luke.
And today we're going to be discussing a very important topic, which Premier League manager we think is the hardest. We will be going through the table from number 20 to the big top spot. Who's the hardest?
Number
Who's top
one,
dog of the Prem managers? With a few special mentions thrown in along the way. But first, we're going to go through the news.
Yeah.
Top thing that caught my eye, well, both our eyes at the weekend, probably the favourite thing that happened, was obviously Matt Ritchie booting the corner flag into the Geordie's cock.
Yeah, definitely one of the best things he's done this season.
Or ever.
Well, possibly,
Possibly ever.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, although it must have hurt, I'm very jealous of that fan. What a story to tell.
Yeah, and you know when footballers...
Video evidence as well.
Yeah, and you know when footballers, obviously, when they're warming up and they ping like a little kid in the face.
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
misses
yeah.
a shot, and they obviously give him a signed shirt. The fan's going to get a signed shirt, which leads to the question, would you take a corner flag in the cock for a signed shirt?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, 100%.
But,
Matt Ritchie's.
From Matt Ritchie,
Yeah. Also,
I don't think
begs
I
the
would, to be
question,
honest.
would you rather have that happen to you, get the corner flag kicked into your nuts, or, like, in the warm-up, you're eating a bag of chips, you're just about to put one in your
Oh,
mouth, and the
no.
ball hits you straight in the face.
What, and the chips go everywhere?
The chips go everywhere.
I don't
You're
hold on
covered
to
in
the
mayo.
chips. Mayo, mate, am I on TV? Is it
Yeah,
on 4K?
and the chips cost you £6.
And at the time, is Martin Tyler on the mic?
Well, yeah.
With
He's
Gary
just about
Neville.
to say, and it's live. And then you get hit.
And it's like, what?
I think, obviously, I would not like that to happen to me, yeah.
I'd probably go for the corner flag, mate, if I'm honest.
Especially considering my team's just scored and I've still got chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy didn't even have chips.
Did he not?
No,
He looked like he's eating a few
Why would he have
chips.
chips?
He was
Who
a
gets
big
chips at the 90th minute?
No. He looked like a
He's
pie.
about to go and have dinner, mate. His wife would be going mental.
He looked like a pie man.
What do you
as
mean
well,
you've
didn't he?
eaten chips?
Yeah. Chips and gravy up there as well,
It's a
isn't it?
casserole.
But he's definitely not going home straight away. He's like, yeah, just one more.
I've just been in the cup, man, Matt Ritchie. Right, next bit of news. Roberto has left West Ham.
Oh, of course you'd bring this up, yeah.
Yeah, worst keeper in the history of goalkeepers ever in any sport.
I
Handball,
mean,
Corfu.
didn't he play-
Korfball, I mean, not Corfu.
Didn't he Didn't he have a few
anything.
good games for you though?
No,
No, not
no,
one.
he didn't have. He had a game where he made like 2 or 3 saves, but they just literally hit him in the leg. Like he didn't try and move. He
Yeah,
lost us
but
about 5
stats
games on
don't
bounce.
lie.
He's gone to Alaves. What the fuck Alaves been watching? I don't know. I don't know why that you'd. I'd say hire him. Why you'd hire someone that's done that?
I think when Spanish players, when they return back to their homeland, that sometimes they just reignite. Like Iago Aspas.
Yeah,
Mate, he went to Celta Vigo and he got a Spain call up.
yeah. That's a big move for him.
That is a big move. I'm not saying that Roberto's going to get called up to Spain.
I always think I'd have made it if I was brought up in Spain. I don't know why. It's stupid.
I'm not gonna. If I knew I was going to grow
I
up to
just
be this
wasn't
tall,
good
I would
enough.
have been a goalkeeper, 100%.
Really?
100%. Yeah.
How tall are you?
Don't want to disclose that.
Because I'm about 5'11", so
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's
And the
good
rest.
right back height.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. Anyway,
what's in the news?
on to the last bit of the news today. And it is Florian Lejeune's interview in the official Newcastle Matchday programme. The questions are quite weird, to say the least.
Yeah, I've got one question I liked quite a lot. Yeah, I've only seen one of them actually.
Okay. Yeah, right. The first question he answered was, If you could have any animal in the world as a pet, what would it be? So we're talking tigers, lions, anything.
Yeah.
And he says, I'd have a Labrador. That's it. If you get something too exotic, you just end up getting eaten.
Yeah.
I'm a simple guy.
I mean, I
It's a
don't
simple guy,
really know
Florian
where it's going.
Lejeune.
When it's like, what animal would you want? I'm not thinking about having a fucking tiger in my house, am I?
This is-
I'm thinking a cat or a dog or a rat or
I mean,
a guinea
yeah,
pig.
when it
What
says
kind
as
of
a pet-
animals as a pet? Yeah, but what? Why would you get an exotic animal? This isn't Dubai.
Yeah, they have tigers over there, don't they?
Exactly. Yeah, and like monkeys and stuff.
There's another question. What is the most unusual item that's currently in your fridge? Florian Lejeune says, cornichons, which means gherkins. I eat the gherkins raw and I drink the juice as well. It's good for cramping your calf muscles.
Dirty bastard. He drinks the juice.
Gherkin juice.
Gherkin
A gap in the
juice.
market. Yeah, you don't see that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it vinegar?
buzzers.
Is it not brine or something? Oh,
That'd be a decent mix.
I'm not really a big gherkin man. What would you do if you're invisible today? Florian Lejeune says, I'll rob a bank and divide up the money to my family, to poor people. What else could I do? Maybe I could do more than just that. It is a whole day, so I could do lots of things. Doesn't really specify.
Man, yeah, it makes you think that some criminals must be just trying to feed the families, aren't they?
He's not a criminal. He's a professional footballer.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
He's in far from it. There's no reason to be a criminal. But it says here, last question, probably the weirdest. How would you dispose of a dead body if you only had an hour to get rid of it? This is asked. This is a question that's asked to him in the official programme.
Yeah,
he
I've seen
says,
this one.
I'm watching a series at the minute called You, and it's all about that. I'd put it in the boot of my car, drive out to sea, put it on a boat, and throw it in the sea with weights on it.
I mean, that's
he's
lovely,
not a
isn't
man to. He doesn't mince his words, does he?
it? No, not at all. But yeah, I mean, he sounds like he's got a plan. Definitely. If you watch 24 Hours in Police Custody, you'd know to turn your phone off at least 24 hours before.
You could get tracked for that.
Yeah, you can
definitely.
get tracked or get one.
What
of
are
those,
you doing out here at the sea at this time, Mr. Lejeune?
Yeah. Or we get one of those phones. What the
Fishing
ones
for
in
gherkins.
in Line of Duty they have
Burner phone.
burner phones. That's
Yeah.
the one. Yeah, yeah.
You have a burner
A
phone.
football player, you must be able to get it. You can get anything.
What, a burner phone?
A burner phone. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can just go into the car phone warehouse and buy the cheapest phone, surely.
I mean, that's mind blowing. That. This isn't strictly news, but I just wanted to give it a special mention because I'm a big fan of knee slides. Alisson's knee slide yesterday
Yeah, it was
against
good,
Man
wasn't it?
United was
Very smooth.
impeccable.
Very
He ran the
smooth.
full length of the pitch. He's
Still
gone
got-
straight into his knees all in one fluid motion, and then he's got up and instantly hugged Mohamed Salah.
There's a lot of energy to do that, and that means he's probably been drinking that gherkin juice.
Yeah, probably.
Because
Yeah.
it says it's good
Also,
for
he
cramp in your
baptised
muscle.
Bobby Firmino, so he's probably feeling like pretty blessed at the moment.
And he hasn't let a goal in how long?
Yeah, I had to
A long
comment.
time. I think that's about it, mate.
I'm
Anyway,
not
that's the
expecting
news
that
for
shit,
this
no.
week. Let's move on to the main subject, which
Yes.
is which Premier League manager is the hardest. Now, I've done my league table of this.
Yeah, I lost mine on the
Yeah,
way
Luke-
here,
Luke-
so
Luke lost his on
I'm
the
gonna
way
be
here.
going.
He printed it off at work and managed to lose it. But before getting one end of the tube to the other, it was gone. So either a pickpocket has got
I
very, very
definitely,
lucky
I
with
got-
some sensitive information
I got
on
spiked.
there, or Luke just didn't bother doing it. Either way, I'm
No,
sure.
I did, but it's better off this way anyway. I'll just sort of
Right.
give my opinions on yours.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that as well. Yeah, that's fine. Number 20 for me. So this is the least hard.
Yeah,
in-
do you want to
in
start at the
league.
bottom?
Yeah, I'm starting at the bottom and go.
Yeah.
Now we're here. now we're going up to the top.
I remember my bottom three, so that's good.
All right, that's the bottom three, top four is what you got to
Yeah.
remember. Okay, my numbers dead last for me, and I've got a lot of explanations for why. Because I have no respect for him as a man. Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
No,
You've got fair play? And do you know why?
Yeah.
It's because he's just a loser. He's got a loser mentality. He's just bottom of the food chain in everything.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
I think-
there's nothing
yeah.
wrong with being Norwegian. What I am. That wasn't the point I was making.
There's nothing
Right,
right about
the
it.
thing that pissed me off most about him is the other day, Man United had an atrocious performance in the League Cup semi-final.
Yeah.
They were like 3-0 down, I think, to City. I know it's only the first leg, but 3-0 down, this is like meant to be your rivals, isn't it? They said to him after the game,
Yeah.
how do you think the game went, or what are your thoughts? And he said, well, let's just say this. You know you're going places when Man City put their best team out against you.
Yeah. that's
First of all,
shocking.
Man City didn't even play a striker. Secondly, they're 3-0 up at half time, and it's a League Cup semi-final. Why are they not going to play a fucking strong team?
Yeah, no, respect though.
Yeah, so you agree with me on that one?
No, I'm not. I went for Eddie Howe.
Bottom?
Definitely,
Oh,
yeah.
Eddie
I
Howe
think
is-
you hit
Eddie-
Eddie Howe, instant tears. He's gonna cry. And then he's definitely gonna say,
Eddie Howe,
"I'll
I
get
could
my
imagine
cousin on you."
I could imagine one of the big boys like Steve Bruce with Eddie Howe in a headlock and him going, "Get off!
Yeah. No,
Leave it, Steve. Just get off."
Yeah, he's too much of a child. Yeah, he's young. He's got youth on his side,
He's
but
got youth.
he's just
Is he young though?
Yeah, he is.
In
Look,
comparison
he's
to
got a
me and
baby
you,
face.
He's not that young. What is he, 40?
Compared to I reckon in terms of a Premier
Well-
League manager, he's one of the youngest.
Well, I've also that makes up my bottom three. I did have Eddie Howe as well in 18th, but in 19th I had Roy Hodgson, who he's about.
Oh no, he was mine as well.
95,
Yeah,
so,
no.
So he's
Yeah,
definitely a corner, mate. Anyone
exactly.
touches him,
If he
he's
gets in a
done.
fight, he'll be like, "If I was 30 years younger, I would have had you." Yeah.
Well,
Unfortunately, it's 2020, and he would. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
You just need to push him.
I've got no, what's it called? Doubts that back in the day, him and Harry Redknapp would have had a proper
Yeah.
good tear up, but both of them, they're fucked
No,
now.
you push him,
So hard.
he'd be like a turtle. If you push him over, he'd be like a
You
turtle.
cut him
He'd
and
take
he'd just-
ages
you
to
cut
get
him and
out.
he'd just bleed air, probably. There's nothing left of him, is there? He's
No,
like
yeah.
Pellegrini, who, if he wasn't gone, I
Yeah.
would have had a lot to say
Yeah.
about.
He's got very dark eyes, though, Pellegrini. I think he's seen things.
Yeah. Also, Eddie Howe. Yeah. He looks like he's had an eye transplant, doesn't he? And like it
Yeah.
just hasn't really worked.
Yeah.
He Eddie Howe also, another point to make. I think he's just scared to move club. He could have gone to quite a few clubs in his. He probably could have.
Yeah,
if he put
very
himself
scared,
forward, I
yeah.
reckon Tottenham would have taken him. Yeah, at some point.
Even Arsenal, maybe.
Yeah, Arsenal, I reckon so. Or maybe Man United even. They were looking for someone at one. Well, they've got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So, I'm sure.
How is he their manager?
I don't know,
How
mate.
is
Yeah.
Solskjaer United's manager?
I don't know. He wasn't even that fucking good as a player.
I saw him. Talking about him though, know that tackle in the what do you call it? The Spanish FA Cup. I can't remember what you call it.
Copa del Rey.
Yeah, that tackle that Valverde done, where he literally just cleaned him out. Obviously, last man, instant red card.
Yeah.
I saw one of Solskjaer done. He done one like back in the day to win the league, and I did like have a lot more respect for him after that because he absolutely leathered him. Instant red, and then while he's walking off, every Man United player gives him a high five.
Well, I suppose, yeah. Well,
yeah.
it's
Well, you got-
basically a goal, isn't it?
It is
really?
basically a goal, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Going up one out of the relegation zone, just hovering around a drop, I've put Frank Lampard.
Yeah, that's one I really disagreed with because
Okay.
I had him near the top.
I put Frank Lampard because he went to private school, and that's for no other reason. That's it.
Yeah,
So
but
give me some. I didn't really think about it. I just thought I know he went to Brentwood Academy.
I'm just thinking he's a young manager. He's definitely still fit as a fiddle. I reckon with him, and also when I picture Frank Lampard, I picture him with like Jody Morris, no, his assistant.
Oh yeah,
and I
they
reckon
never-
he's a
yeah.
little terrier. So like, yeah, I reckon once they get
What, do you reckon Frank Lampard would like slap someone from behind in a club and then like be like, Jody, quick?
Jody quit, and then Jody would leather him. Even though he's obviously one of those guys like a bit of small man
Yeah.
syndrome, but I
Headbutt-
reckon as a
headbutt to the
team,
chest.
I was more considering him as a team, but I do still think that Frank Lampard could hold his own.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
One up from. Right, so where did you put Lampard then?
I think I had Lampard about 7th or 8th
In your non-existent.
in
league?
my non-existent league that's on a bus.
All right, the next one is just there because I don't really know much about him, and his name just sounds a bit poncy, and it's Ralph Hasenhüttl.
That was those are the other two. He is a big fucking German, and that is why he's probably like 5th.
What?
He's Austrian. by the way.
He's Austrian.
He's not even German.
He came from the well. That's news to me. Is he actually? He's he's a unit, and he wears tracksuits as well. So
Yeah, well, something to be said for the tracksuit, but I don't know, mate. Every time I see an interview, he just seems sort of. I just reckon like.
I just think if he got angry, like I would not want to mess with him. He's a big bloke. I reckon he's over like 6'2".
Over 6'2".
Yeah,
Well, he'd probably have me then.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You look like David Moyes, so
Yeah,
we'll
well.
get to you.
Above Ralph Hasenhüttl, I've put Pep Guardiola. One, because he's a fraud. He's had everything handed to him on his
Yeah,
plate,
oh,
so he
no,
actually had
yeah.
to come into facts
Uh,
with a struggle in his life. He
Yeah.
probably just wouldn't have the minerals for it
sorry.
because I think he's a fraud. He's had everything handed to him on a plate in his life, in his managerial
No.
life anyway. He's
Yeah.
never been a real scrap, football wise or probably life wise. And he just wouldn't have the minerals. He wouldn't know what to do.
I agree. I had him down there. Because
And
I
also
think
he's
for
always
him as well,
moaning.
he's one of those fake bods. He wears Stonies and D squared jackets, but that doesn't mean anything. That's just all the front. It's like those soft kids at school who get loads of tattoos, because it's like
He's a bit of a Studio 338 guy.
yeah, definitely.
Damn.
But no, yeah, that
Could
was
imagine him there,
definitely
innit?
down. 'Cause
Or Ocean Beach.
you don't
in
wear
Ibiza.
Stone Island unless you've got
He's
something to
definitely
prove, haven't you?
Yeah, I agree with that. He's definitely. You can imagine him getting a picture of Wayne Lineker.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
100%.
The thing is, I remember now. I had Mourinho below him though.
Really?
Yeah, because he's a very frail man, Mourinho.
I
I reckon he's got good chat,
I'd
good
put
talk.
Mourinho 10th on mine because I just think like he's got a very good talk, but he can only kill you with words.
Yeah.
So you'd want
But
the fight to end before it even
does that-
begun. But when you got into it, you think, oh, this is easy.
Does that make you hard though?
I mean, no, not necessarily. But I mean, he did. Do you remember he had a fight with Wenger on the touchline and he didn't beat up Wenger? That's all I remember.
Yeah,
of it.
Wenger. Yeah, he would definitely be near the bottom if he was
Him and
there.
him and Pellegrini would be scrapping out.
Even
constantly.
even in his youth, he had the same like. Actually, no, I saw a picture of Wenger and he looked
Pretty
wham.
rips, yeah.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
the FA Cup final like,
Yeah,
a few
yeah.
years ago. They're pretty rips, yeah. Above Pep Guardiola, got Dean Smith, the Villa manager. I
Yeah.
don't know anything about him.
That's what I was
He's
feeling.
like the
Unknown.
last
He's
place
an
I had to fill
unknown
up, so I just
quantity.
dropped him in.
Yeah, that's the bit. I don't know much about him. His interviews are very like calm, cool, and collected. He's not really an angry
He never
man,
gets
but
angry.
I think he's an unknown quantity. I wouldn't want to mess with him. I definitely put him
Yeah.
as a wild card in that.
Yeah, I've highlighted him in a bit of green font. just because he's the wild card. Yeah.
A lot of people probably don't know who Dean Smith even is. I even spoke to an Aston Villa fan today, and he thought the manager of Aston Villa was Steve Bruce. I think he must have managed them. He must have managed them about 2 years ago.
What was the old Glenn Roeder? Didn't David Cameron think he supported Aston Villa and then or something got it wrong?
Wait, David Cameron.
David Cameron.
No, he actually does. I feel like the royalty do as well. Prince Charles and all that.
Andrew.
All them man.
Prince Charles and them man. What do you think about Harry and Meghan leaving?
I don't care. I
No
don't.
cares.
I actually
loads.
don't care.
Piers Morgan cares so much.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
I've had
but
to unfollow him finally. I've had enough. That was the
honestly,
final
I
straw.
don't care. I just
His
hate
life could be
royalty.
so easy, but he fucking wastes it getting offended by sausage rolls and shit. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know
he
what's up with
definitely- yeah.
him.
Big time.
Oh yeah. Anyway, above Dean Smith, I got Moise.
Moise, yeah,
Yeah.
he's another one though. Like Roy Hodgson, he's a bit old, but the thing is, I had this
thought
of David Moyes. It was
was like 40 when Moyes was born.
I reckon David Moyes goes like, he goes, listen, pal, let's just calm things down. Let's just
Yeah.
calm down. And
We
then as
don't
soon as he
want
gets
anyone getting
close,
hurt.
but then as soon as he gets in range, he headbutts him. Glasgow kiss, and I reckon,
What's a Glasgow kiss?
Glasgow kiss is a headbutt.
Is that just it? It's
No,
not a
that's an
special
actual-
variation of headbutt.
No, it's just a headbutt. Yeah,
Variations of headbutt, do you know?
Spinning, flying, diving.
but yeah,
Spinning headbutt.
I reckon because he's old, he knows he's got to pull like a swift one. So I reckon he's
I
gonna get
agree
him
with
close.
that, yeah, definitely.
Swift headbutt.
Definitely agree with that. Right, above Moyes, I've got Klopp.
What number's that?
That's not. This is 12th in the league.
No.
So he's
Well,
mid-table.
do you want to explain that?
He just hugs everyone. He does it all right. If the cameras were off him,
Yeah.
he would get beaten up. But if the cameras are on him, because you know he
Oh
loves
yeah,
them,
he's lying.
he'd
Yeah.
lay into people. I
Yeah,
reckon,
definitely.
Just 'cause
Yeah,
he'd be
yeah.
alive on
I
Sky
can agree with that.
Sports.
But I also thought that no, when he's like punching the air and like to go
Yeah.
to go, it looks like he's punching it pretty hard. So I reckon you like
Yeah.
land one of them on
We
your
should measure
face.
that. Like they must have some sort of tool in the studio.
Yeah,
Sky
to say how
to
many
measure
miles
that.
per hour it
I'd love
is,
to see,
yeah.
like, Gary Neville going about that.
Yeah, no, I think so. And also
Big actually Neville or Carragher, who'd win that?
Carragher.
Do you reckon?
Carragher boxes as well. He's like trains boxing and all that.
Does he?
Yeah,
Typical Scouse.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Roy Keane. Roy Keane is the hardest man that's ever played football in history. Of
Yeah.
football. There's no one beating him. No manager.
They had a
there's
great
no-
battle on the weekend.
Did you see Roy Keane got annoyed in the studio before the game, the Liverpool game yesterday, because Luke Shaw was wearing a hat in the warm-up. He's like, look at them out there with the
freezing.
hats.
It's January.
Mate, it's like minus one at Anfield. and he's warming up in a thing called the warm-up. He's wearing a hat, and he singled out Luke Shaw. It's great, fucking just great, mate. They're a
Is that what he said?
disgrace.
Yeah.
Anything,
It's an absolute
anything he
disgrace.
sees is a disgrace. You said that thing on Twitter. It's like Roy Keane says that people who use that thing to throw a ball to your dog, you know, that long thing.
Oh,
People who
yeah,
use
yeah.
them are pathetic. Ridiculous.
Pick up the ball yourself. Yeah, no, I would think, I do think that Jamie Carragher would probably have him, but where were we? Who were we on?
We were on 12, which was Jurgen Klopp. Yeah, number 11. I've gone for Mr. Lego haircut himself, Mikel Arteta.
Yeah, he was someone I had very low, and I had one word written next to him in the comment, and it was just pussy.
He's like, obviously he's just Pep, but 20 years younger.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. He looks pretty evil. He looks like a vampire from Twilight.
Yeah,
So I
he
reckon,
does,
I reckon he could definitely bite people. Like, but like,
I
don't know, man.
I reckon he would strictly kick people as well. But like, yeah, I just don't think he's going to do very well. He's a small man.
What do you reckon his finishing move would be in WWE? Do you reckon he'd be the guy that calls for like? Who's the
He
guy
probably
called
has
to
something like
hide
the
under
people's
ring?
elbow,
The little
like-
Irish guy.
Huh? Like Seamus.
Seamus. But
No,
you said the little
the
Irish
the
guy.
little leprechaun guy. Yeah, I can't.
Finley.
No, oh, yeah.
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle, that
was
was him. Yeah. Kind of like him. Yeah.
I reckon he'd call for Phil Foden.
He's
or
probably
something,
like,
and
he's
climb out
probably
underneath
more
the
like Rey
ring.
Mysterio in like
Or
he's
Jesus
he's
Navas.
bit Hispanic.
Rey Mysterio.
We don't actually know what Rey Mysterio looks like.
Might
So
have to cut that. Might be bordering on that.
what?
I don't know, mate. Stereotypes. I don't want to get involved with this stuff. Really. You're right. Arteta we agreed on. Yeah, Mourinho.
No, I
10th.
didn't agree on it.
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh
said
no,
he-
you had it very low.
I said he was in my bottom three. He was the other one. I couldn't remember. You put Frank Lampard. Mikel Arteta was my one.
Right. What in your bottom?
Yeah, bottom. Yeah.
So your bottom three was Solskjaer, Roy Hodgson.
No, Eddie Howe, Roy Hodgson, and Mikel Arteta. Okay.
So not Solskjaer.
No, he was there though, there or thereabouts.
Your bottom three has 4 people in.
No, he was like 16th or 17th, somewhere
Right.
around there,
Okay.
just outside relegation.
All right. Graham Potter, number 9. He is a PE teacher.
You going to say
just
something else
used
there?
to- He's a PE teacher. You know, everyone's got that PE teacher that also used to teach a bit of maths. That's Graham
yeah.
Potter.
Oh,
You
100%.
don't know much about
I
him.
was
But his
more
hair is
geography
all over
teacher.
the place. He doesn't give a shit what he looks
Why
like.
have you got him
He's-
so high then?
Because he's hard. I think he's hard.
Yeah,
I
you
genuinely think he's hard.
I reckon he's from Surrey, and he's
People can Surrey can still be hard.
yeah.
There's different parts.
Depends on what part. It depends on what part. Yeah.
Croydon's in Surrey, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, if he's from there, then fair enough.
I
But,
don't know if it- Can we
Graham
Google
Potter,
where he's from?
He's
Can you Google that, please, Jack?
yeah. No, to be fair, yeah, I do respect him as well. He went abroad to manage, so that takes some balls as well.
Did he?
Yeah, he was abroad in like some Scandinavian country,
Fucking hell.
like Switzerland or
Cut his
something.
teeth on.
Oh, all right. That is
Might have
okay.
to-
I'll stick with that
This
then.
was Solihull. Might have to boost him up the ranking.
Yeah.
Above him, no way, because my top 8 is ridiculously solid, hard as nails, and it
I've already-
starts here. Nuno Espirito Santo,
Yes.
possibly / definitely might have been to prison
He was
at some point.
he was in my top 4.
His beard is just outrageous. He looks like his head's on upside down. He looks like I don't know.
Have you seen the picture of him and Nathan Redmond put together?
No,
You need to see it. They literally look identical. It's beautiful.
we can see.
It will
We can
definitely
see if Harry can edit it into the.
potentially, yeah.
I'm sure he can.
But yeah, also Nuno's he was a goalkeeper as well, and I think that adds to
Oh,
the
was
fact
it?
that he probably
Running
is a
out and
psycho.
sliding at
Yeah,
people's feet and stuff.
yeah, exactly. Well, all goalkeepers they're a bit mental, aren't they? They require like a different mindset.
It's not really football, is it?
It's
more
not really
rugby.
football, no. Yeah, but he
Jack was a
definitely
goalkeeper, yeah.
you're a
Quite shit,
goalkeeper.
though.
Yeah, it requires a special type of mind to be a
Okay,
goalkeeper.
so yeah, Nuno just
he's
got a
another-
dark past.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, and he
no, Nuno
his
looks
eyes,
like
his
the
eyes
type
as well.
of
Like
guy that like you'd pay to do your driveway and he'd just do it shit, demand all the money, and you wouldn't be able to say no because
Yeah.
like, he'd just stare into your soul.
no, yeah, he's a scary man. He's got big wide
Or
eyes.
he's like those people that knock round on retirement homes and like gets them to pay £5 to fix the roof, and there's nothing wrong with the roof.
Yeah, isn't that what you do?
Shut up. We're live.
Who's next?
Disclaimer: I don't do that.
There's one
Next is Carlo Ancelotti, who somehow is at fucking Everton.
Yeah.
Just particularly because he looks like a crime boss, and if you touch
Yeah,
him,
that's
you'd wake
exactly
up,
what I had.
you'd wake up and your whole family would be dismembered in the kitchen, and you'd have a horse's head.
Exactly. He doesn't do anything in the fight. He just orders it, doesn't he?
He literally, you'll punch him, he'll get up off the floor, dust his jacket down, just make a phone call and walk off.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah.
that'll be the last you see of him.
Go
Also,
back.
he's boys with Abramovich from
Yeah.
the Chelsea days, so he's pretty much untouchable.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're not
yeah.
talking. We're not
Definitely.
talking logistics and what's it called? It's
I was thinking,
network.
I
talking
imagined
about
him like
one-on-one
I punch
fighting.
him, he gets up and he lights a fag, and then he just walks off,
or a cigar.
or a cigar. Yeah, either or.
What
He's
fags do you reckon he'd smoke?
Mayfair Blue.
No.
No, he's. I don't think he's not like Sari. Sari was obviously a big chain
I
smoker.
wish Sorry was on it, mate.
Yeah, well, they're all probably intertwined in the
Sarri
mafia
was
somehow.
Fantastic. He's like he went a whole season. His formation quite clearly did not fucking work. He played Kante in number 10 for the whole season. They're the best defensive midfielder in the world. Played at number
not
10 for the whole
exactly
season.
a
It didn't
bagsman.
work, and he just kept doing it. He didn't give a shit what anyone said.
He was chewing, ciggy butts on the touchline. Yeah,
Eat fags on the sideline.
That is psycho mentality.
Just
But
get
Avram
vaped,
Grant, I did.
surely.
In terms of being hard, yeah, probably he's up there. In a fight, he's not going to fare very well. But if you touch him, I get your family out of the country. What is the thing that Brendan Rodgers always says? Great
Character.
Character.
We showed great character to go through. Yeah, Brendan Rodgers is sixth.
Oh, right.
He looks like a shark.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, that's enough.
And he's got
itself.
great character.
It's not a bad thing looking like a shark. I look like a shark.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you're right. And Phil Neville.
And Phil Neville. Yeah, I've heard comparisons. Yeah, keep them coming. Luke Chadwick, I've heard as well.
Yeah, no, Brendan Rodgers 100% because once he gets into the fight, he's going to try and bite your neck instantly. He's going to go red.
To the jugular.
He's going to go
He can
so
smell
red and he's
blood.
going to just start trying to bite you. I know, like, when Luis Suarez joined Liverpool, he'd already bitten someone, but I do think that Brendan Rodgers probably would have encouraged him to do it again.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
Get
and
him
do it at
to
the end. While you're at it, do it at the World Cup.
Let them know you're here. Let them
Yeah.
know. I mean, has it ever worked for Suarez, the biting?
I mean, he did the first one.
Every
The
time
first
he
one
got
was
sent
at
off,
Ajax,
didn't he?
and it was just that was his fighting tactic. It was like he was squaring up,
He
and he
did it
just
3
bit him.
times.
And then what was the second one?
Out of Ivanovic.
Ivanovic, yeah. That no, they were just all absolutely.
And then the next one was
insanity.
Chiellini on the back of the shoulder in the World Cup, and he claimed that he fell onto his shoulder, didn't he? And his mouth just happened to be
Yeah.
open and then closed
to be
round on his
fair, yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah, but Brendan Rodgers, he lacks in height, but he does make up for it
Is
in
he small?
character.
Is he small? Is he shorter
Yeah,
than me?
he's tiny, yeah. But
Short.
he's going to be an aggressive little man, yeah.
Right.
Very angry.
Right, above Brendan, we're getting into Europa League now.
Yeah.
Above Brendan, I've got Steve Bruce. However, he always looks like he's going to cry.
Yeah, he does. He's always.
doesn't
He always looks like he's
But his
welling up.
nose tells a tale
Yeah.
of fighting.
It could be fighting, but I actually had Steve Bruce really low
Really?
because I think he's
He's
just
a
a big,
centre-back, though. He's not a
chubby,
centre-back.
lovely man. He's just a lovely man, isn't he? I just think I'd really love to meet
He's
him.
a Geordie, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a Geordie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's just a really nice, bubbly Geordie, isn't he?
That actually wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad that one.
I wasn't going to
But yeah, I can see why you're putting him there. He's very like classic British, like put him up there with Allardyce and stuff. But
Allardyce I wouldn't have up there.
oh, of course
His,
you
his
would.
veins are full of gravy.
He'd have a
He just
Staffordshire
doesn't-
Bull Terrier. Like,
Yeah, exactly. No, he wouldn't have a staff.
He would. He would.
He wouldn't have a dog. He'd probably eat it. Or
Yeah,
like, no,
he
his
was-
wife
he-
would have a couple of corgis or something.
Yeah, he was another person from like that Hards Birmingham area. I think he's from like Dudley or something like that.
Is he?
Yeah, he was hard as nails. Sam. Sam is in the all-time list. He's got to be up there, 100%.
Did he tell you that himself?
What?
That he's
That he's hard.
yeah.
No,
Right,
that was
number
my
4.
uncle.
We're in the Champions League places now. Daniel Fark.
Yeah,
It
That
looks like a wrestler.
Yeah, big time. Yeah,
He looks like
Daniel
Triple
Flack.
H.
Yeah, and also he sounds like an evil scientist. Have you
Yeah,
ever heard him speak? He's like a German, but it's very high pitched but
Mr.
quiet.
Bond.
Yeah, Mr. Bond kind of stuff. Yeah.
I agree with that, and you can imagine him with like slick back hair.
Back at school, definitely an emo.
Yeah, definitely like with drawings on his bag. And
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. Big
Yeah.
headphone.
Constant.
Constant, like, yeah.
And he just hated society.
Nobody loves me, man.
Yeah. Every
Fuck you, Mom, I
birthday.
hate you. You're ruining my life.
Oh, happy birthday, Daniel. It's like another day closer to death. Very, very emotional. But I do think
Good morning, Daniel. Is it? Is it really?
a lot of pent up anger in there, though.
That's
Yeah.
why I like Norwich, even though they're still in relegations. Though,
Yeah, but I had him up there. I don't know if I had him on top 4, but I had him up there. He's a big man, and I reckon he's got a lot of pent up anger. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but
yeah. I mean, they're doing all right. They're shit, aren't they? Really?
But they're doing
every
all
time,
right. They're
every
bottom.
time, every time I see them, they play well. Every time I said they got Todd Cantwell, he's good.
They're doing very well. They're sitting rock bottom of the Premier League. How
doing-
can they possibly do
Yeah.
that? Buki scored like, a couple goals at the
No,
beginning.
because that's I think the only time I remember watching them is they beat City and
Yeah.
then they like drew with Arsenal, very nearly beat them, and I think that's for some reason I've just got it in my head. That
Oh, while
I
we're
don't
on-
look at any teams below West Ham. I only
Yeah.
look above because I'm quite scared of seeing how close we are.
While
to
we're on the topic of
impending doom.
Norwich, can we talk about Todd Cantwell and how Future comments
No,
on his
it's
Instagram
young
post?
Thug.
Oh,
It was
it's Young Thug.
Yeah.
Yeah, Todd Cantwell.
That-
So random.
It's
That was
just
pretty
so
weird, wasn't it?
weird.
That was well weird. He put like facts. He wrote facts
Yeah,
on
yeah.
his picture. He didn't even say any facts on the caption. He posted
was-
a picture and it said just like that sometimes, and then like Young Thug commented facts. How on earth? Either the Instagram algorithm is just absolutely fucked.
Yeah, too fair.
Because somehow Young Thug has stumbled across Todd Cantwell's Instagram and wrote facts.
Yeah.
On his,
I don't know. I honestly have no idea how that has come about, but I'm very glad it has come about.
yeah, definitely. There's I'm all for more rappers times football link ups.
100%. Yeah.
Young English players link ups and stuff. I want to see like Harry Winks get a comment from I don't know Jay-Z or something. Like,
No. Jay-Z. I'm thinking more like
more like
6ix9ine or
trap rap 6ix9ine Takeshi 6ix9ine.
what's the guy with the dreads? Chief Keef.
Chief
Chief Keef commented on Phil Bardsley's like post.
Yeah,
Snub
like
up.
that picture of Ricky from EastEnders and Chris Brown in the club. Ricky.
But yeah, Todd Cantwell. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, very.
But,
yeah, hopefully he gets signed up to someone that isn't going down.
No, but apparently they're brilliant
Do
though.
you know what? Though? People keep saying to me, West Ham are going to go down. And do you know what? I don't give a fuck. I think it's only going to be up. It's going to be cheaper tickets and hopefully more wins.
Yeah, but you
And the
haven't like an 80,000 like fan or
Yeah,
whatever
but
it is capacity.
hopefully the owners will leave when that happens. And I just hope. Oh, do you know what?
You're asking for your club to be
There was
relegated.
a protest the other day.
I don't. No, I'm not asking. I'm just saying I don't care. I've seen 3 relegations. It always ends up back in the Premier League. It's fine, unless you're like Bolton or Sunderland.
but
or something,
yeah.
then you're fucked. Stoke, yeah.
I reckon Moisey will keep you up. To be fair,
I hope he does, but like at the same time, it wouldn't be such a bad thing. If
No.
he went down. You don't know what that feels like though, 'cause you're a glory hunter.
what? Yeah, well, my dad's a QPR fan, but never got forced upon me.
Do you have a soft
thank
spot
God.
for QPR?
I do. Yeah, I do like QPR, but it's just one of those teams that you just check score every time they're losing. I don't know how they get points.
That's true, actually. They were meant to be like the new Man City, weren't they? That guy bought them. Like,
Yeah,
injected
what,
loads
'cause
of
they had
money into them,
Neda
and they
Manura.
bought, yeah, they bought like Clint Hill.
Tarat, yeah.
Adel Tarat was a great player, but just never really. I think
He's still playing. He
they
plays
won
for
the
AC Milan.
championship, or they came up, and then Adel Tarat was amazing, and then they got to the Premier League, and he was like 5 stone heavier for some reason.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But
well, a bit like
who
Hazard.
have you got? Who have you got third then? Who's in your other top
Third, I
4?
got Big Ostrich, Nigel
Yeah.
Pearson.
Yeah, 100%. But I had him. He was my number 1.
Really?
Yeah, my number 1.
You think?
He's an absolute psycho. Like, I reckon the only reason he gets results is because the players are actually scared of him. Like, they don't. No one knows what he is thinking. Did you hear the story about him the other day?
Yeah, when he fought off the pack of wolves.
He gouged one of their eyes out and then he broke one of their jaws.
Yeah, but he told the story himself.
Huh?
He told the story himself. Do
Yeah,
you
no,
not
it's
remember the
from
story about the man a few months ago, and he said he fought off a lion with his bare hand, or a
Yeah,
mountain
yeah, yeah.
lion with his bare
Yeah,
hand,
him as well.
and they found the dead mountain lion, and everyone was like, "You're a hero! You strangled it to the mountain lion to death with your bare hands, and you've only got a few scratches." They found the mountain lion, and it was like a baby mountain lion. It was like a cub. Like, he told everyone he killed a mountain lion. It was like, I don't know, it was like that big.
Well, are you trying to say these are probably not wolves, they're like foxes?
I'm not
going to
say anything against Nigel Pearson or that he's lying, because I don't want him to somehow, if he ever does hear this, I don't want him to ever know who I am or that I exist.
Also, yeah, as you said earlier, no man in his sane mind calls someone an ostrich.
Yeah,
Like,
what? You're an ostrich, mate.
You've
You've got your head in the sand.
Yeah, I just think he's hard as nails. I reckon he's still a bit young. He's like a big man, big bloke. He's proper like he's obviously like big Brexit man.
Can you remember?
You can tell.
He definitely is.
His name's Nigel
He's
Pearson.
definitely, and I reckon he's got a Twitter, and his name's like Big Nige, and it has like the Great Britain flag as his picture.
Yeah, definitely like father of four.
Yeah,
Don't care, get him out.
Yeah, it could be that. Could be
But,
love the Queen, hate Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, but no. Actually, I actually found that Nigel Pearson's actually a really nice bloke. He is. I read some article about him.
Do you remember why he got sacked from Leicester?
Oh, is it because his son was one of the kids who went to Thailand and had got sucked off by the lady boys and filmed it? Yeah. Which one was he? The one, the main one.
Josh Pearson, I think.
He wasn't the main one, but he was definitely part of the crew.
I haven't seen the videos.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
I've not seen it. No.
Oh, you have to see it.
But imagine the pasting that his son must have got, because he's cost his dad his job.
Yeah.
And he's been kicked out of his. I don't know. Is he playing now? I don't know.
His son, I've no idea. He was at Leicester while his dad was at Leicester, so I'm guessing.
And he must be extra fuming because he got sacked. Ranieri came in and they won the league with basically Pearson's team.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
He'd be fuming. So added anger. To be fair, I'm not going to say Pearson's the wrong decision to put number one, because either one of my top three would be able to do it. And it's Chris Wilder, and then at the top I've got Sean Dyche.
I mean,
we're going to go for Wilder now. He's just always fucking angry, and he looks like he can. I don't know. He looks like he could kill a horse.
Yeah. Also, I feel like he's similar to Sam Allardyce. Chewing gum makes you look a little bit harder as well, doesn't it?
He looks like he's spent his whole childhood in the mines.
Yeah, he's proper. But like he's a bit old, but like he's just when you look at him, I think people really can't argue with that too much. He's just hard as nails. He wears a gilet.
I'll wear a gilet sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No one fucks with me, do they?
Yeah. No, girls neither.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Get out.
But yeah, Wilder's another one though. He's a bit of an unknown quantity. He's sort of like I wouldn't want to underestimate him, but yeah.
He's always fuming about VAR. VAR. Every interview he just mentions VAR.
Also, the players must be terrified of him because they are putting in a shift every game.
Oh, also, do you know his son is actually Deontay Wilder? So he must run in the family at some point.
Yeah, no, I did hear that. Yeah, on The Athletic.
yeah, I subscribed. I mean, the stuff you get, you learn so much stuff you never need. What, pay like, what is it, £4-5 a month? You get access to all this information.
We're not even sponsored by them, mate.
What? Hashtag ad. Yeah, hashtag ad.
Yeah.
Hashtag The Athletic let me know that. Without The Athletic, I never would have known that Chris Wilder was Deontay Wilder's dad.
Yeah.
It's mental.
But yeah, no.
And then number one, the king of the ring. Hard as fuck. He's always going to be number one as long as he has a job. And it's Sean Dyche.
If you put him on a poll on Twitter, 100% he's coming out on top as the number one.
Another.
He's hard as nails. He's got a voice that sounds hard as nails.
He
And he's
sounds-
got
what
a
sounds like
goatee,
nails.
mate. He's got a goatee, so you know he's worked the doors and like been a bouncer a couple of years.
Sorry, mate, you're not
Yeah,
coming in.
yeah.
Don't need a reason.
You got any girls with you? Nah, head home then, son.
Not tonight, mate.
Yeah,
No
not tonight.
18-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also it comes off in the way Burnley play as well. It's just kick, punch, kick again, head it, kick someone else,
Get
kick
in the fucking goal.
yeah,
Well,
basically.
you
yeah.
know,
No tactics
the point
whatsoever.
Is, sure, you know, but I read the thing, not on the Athletic this time. This one's actually true. Sean Dyche makes them. Their training. All they do is they go out and they play 11v11 match, shin padded up, full
Yeah.
pelt. Everyone flies into tackles, everything.
I reckon, yeah, running wise, well, pure mountain runs, just
Mountain
up and
run.
down a hill, up and down
Like
a hill.
SAS who?
Yeah,
Dares win.
like SAS who dares win. He'd do pretty well in that, I reckon. Yeah,
What Sean Dyche
Yeah.
or his players?
he's got a disc beard. No, he's got a disc beard. Sorry.
Goatee.
Yeah,
Also, I also imagine the fact that you're a skinhead. Not he might not. I don't know if he's bald or shaves his hair, but
he showed. it.
taking a headbutt off someone that is bald must hurt more.
Yeah,
Surely must hurt more.
yeah, definitely.
I've
yeah,
never
no.
been headbutted.
No, I've never been headbutted either.
Yet.
Yeah.
Not if Pearson gets hold of me.
But with Sean Dyche as well, I remember seeing there's a picture of him. He was at like Reading Festival. Did you see it?
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was off his nut.
Andy Carroll. Have you seen one of Andy Carroll? Wireless. He was. off his
Andy
nut.
Carroll, hard as nails. I was actually
I
speaking
met-
about
I met
players
Andy
who were
Carroll
hard as
last
nails the other
week
day, and
outside
he
your
is up
office.
there. Huh?
I met Andy Carroll last week.
Outside my office, I know, yeah. I was
Harry, I'll send you the
gutted.
picture. We can get it up on the video, mate. Yeah, but it's for the view. It's for the viewers, mate. Fuck me.
But yeah, no, I think on the whole, I do agree with you. There's some few dubious decisions like Hassan Hüttl, the big fucking Austrian, not German.
Yeah.
Lampard, yeah, I had them a bit higher, and Steve Bruce had a lot lower as
All
well.
right. Okay. Special mentions. Any you can think of?
What play like ex-managers?
European ex-managers.
Um,
Another one I think that would be an absolute definitely at the bottom if he was still manager in the Prem, and it's Sven-Goran Eriksson.
Oh my God, yeah, Mr. Burns.
But Mr. Burns. See, I call Pellegrini Mr. Burns.
Yeah, well, he doesn't.
But
Sven's-
if Sven wins it on the haircut, you
Yeah,
just made me think. I wonder what
definitely,
he's
yeah.
up to nowadays, Sven.
Sven. Well, no, did you see the lifestyle we had?
To
He's
be fair,
definitely
he
like
got up
snorting
to fuck
coke
all
off a
during
prostitute's
his-
tits or something.
Was he?
Yeah, he was absolute loose cannon.
Oh, yeah,
When he was England manager, there was all sorts of
Didn't he
scandal
not have
coming
an
out.
affair with the secretary? or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. He was a dirty, dirty boy.
He literally, basically, through his career, did anything but manage.
yeah. Well, that's what most. of them
All
do,
right,
isn't it?
Sven.
I got a special mention actually. What's his face? Diego Simeone.
Yeah, I knew.
Hard as nails. Definitely, if he moved to the Prem, which I hope he does one day, he would be top instantly. He's a small man as well, but he's when
He
we're
is
talking about
crazy, he's a
hard,
bit nuts,
how
isn't he?
hard
He's a
you
bit
are.
nuts.
There's not many people who are harder than him. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Gerrard?
Gerrard would be up there. Yeah, when you see his interviews and he has that proper like scouse bite, and he's young as well. I reckon. Yeah, and he grew up on a council estate, so I reckon he knows how to handle himself.
Yeah.
Does Joey Barton still manage?
No, he's banned for gambling. No, he's banned because he punched someone at training or something.
He had a fight in the game and he ran away from the police during the game.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was like they were videoing
did you
him
not
going
see
out the
this?
back
Yeah.
door. It was like,
the
you're Joey
police-
Barton, you're not going to
The
evade the
police
police.
came to the stadium to arrest him whilst he was playing the match, and he jumped on a stretcher or something, tried to escape. I think that's what happened.
No, he just walked
I
straight
might
out the
have
back
dreamt
door.
that. He just ran off.
He just walked straight out the back door.
I mean, Joey Barton, he's always
hard.
I mean, he beat someone up outside McDonald's in Liverpool Town Centre.
Yeah. Also, another hard man, I think, Antonio Conte.
No, he's not hard.
What? He was hard, mate. Yeah.
I just don't have any respect for him because his hair is made out of like synthetic leather or something.
Yeah,
He
it's
used to
so
be fully
thin.
bald, didn't he?
Yeah,
And then he
it's so
got it
thin, he's
he
kinda
got
like
it- his
Gollum's
whole-
hair.
his-
You're
Gollum.
an Italian, it's good too, so.
Yeah,
Gattuso.
yeah.
Is he a manager?
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have seen
it's,
that,
it's
yeah.
very nice.
Let's do it again.
I think it was a bit loud.
What, can you see stuff on there?
No,
Oh, right.
don't worry. Don't watch
Yeah,
that.
okay. No, especially mentioned. What about Zidane?
Zidane, another one
king of the
similar to
headbutt.
Ancelotti. I think he's involved in the mafia. I don't know how much he's going to do himself. I don't know if he's going to get himself dirty. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, you think he just calls the shot?
Yeah, wear a glove, shoot you in the head, wipe the gun
Wouldn't it be
clean,
a
leave it
leather
in your
glove?
hand so it looks like it was suicide.
So like cold
Cold-blooded. He looks like
assassin
he's an
rather
assassin.
than a- rather
He'd
than
be
a
like the
scrapper.
guy that Ancelotti calls to do the business, probably. No punching.
Yeah,
no,
that's
nothing.
very true.
Silence up, dead.
That's true, actually.
Yeah. Thierry Henry. Oh, he actually was a manager. To be
Yeah,
fair.
he was. Yeah. He was shit, wasn't he?
No, but I reckon one person who was a manager briefly and would batter people was Vincent Kompany. Big man.
Was he manager? Oh, no,
He's manager of
playing
Anderlecht,
manager
wasn't he?
now,
Yeah,
isn't he?
yeah.
He's still playing manager. He was on the news last night.
Yeah.
Because he's shouting
Can
his
you
own
think of
thing.
any like that are just distinctly like would get battered by everyone? Chris Hughton was a bit of a softie, wasn't he?
Yeah. I think a couple of people have had
Um,
numerous managers this season already.
Yeah. Well,
Kike Sanchez Flores.
yeah, as well as if you're going to talk to me about Watford managers, I cannot name many of them. They come and they go very quickly, and their names are always very hard to remember. Do you remember there was the Italian one who didn't speak English? I can't remember what his name was. It was an Italian
Fabio
guy.
Capello.
No, not him. He kind of looked
Walter
like him.
Mazzari, was it him?
No, Watford manager.
Who's got the Google up? We need Google.
Yeah, well, basically, it's a rotating door at Watford, and Nigel Pearson is going to hold it down. I have a feeling they're on incredible form as well.